Hey, hey, don't miss the play. Flurry Sports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Flurry Sports Podcast. And what a shitty week 6. It was such a bad week. And people are calling it the worst fantasy football week on top of that because not only were there terrible performances, there was people getting stretchered out. There's been a million injuries. I just got a notification that Garrett Wilson's suddenly out as well. Like, everybody's injured. Everybody's bad. The only really good thing, couple good things. We'll get into one other thing, but we sent football over to London and said, hey, watch the worst football game of all time. There you go. That's what you deserve. That's how every London game should go, by the way. A net negative 10 passing yards for the Jets is all London deserves.
Repeating a tweet, but my favorite tweet I've seen on it is the next time these two teams play, it should be at 3:30 a.m. on the Weather Channel. Like, they've never had a good matchup.
No, that was such a gross. Broncos Jets is what we're talking about. What a way to start my day. And I was up because I had to work anyways, but there's people who woke up early for that game. Imagine, like, let's gather the family on the couch to start our day. Like, if you're a New York Jets fan, like, let's watch them. Look, they're playing on a soccer field. That's so exciting.
Let's watch mobile QB Justin Fields get sacked 9 times.
Yeah, no kid. Rodgers was the issue. Rodgers kept getting sacked. Now we got a mobile guy who can run away from it. And yes, we're losing games, but at least we know we have a quarterback now. We have a quarterback who can make plays. And oh no, what is he doing? What is going on?
By the way, I haven't heard this once yet, but I'm getting ahead of this so it doesn't happen. Okay, everyone? So listen up, okay?
Okay.
The first motherfucker who says Ben Johnson's washed gets it in the throat. He has nothing. You can't judge him for this. I'm waiting for the first guy. Oh, fuck. Got him confused. Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
First guy who says Aaron Glenn's washed gets it in the throat. We literally know nothing. We don't know anything. He's got to play cards with an Uno deck. Like, what are you supposed to do? It's hard to win poker with Uno cards.
I will say he's setting it up, though, because he got sassy with a Jets reporter. And so if you start attacking the New York media and you're bad, it's going to go downhill quickly there.
Who's the white dude they replace him with when he gets a good roster?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Is that Aaron Rodgers' first coaching job? He comes in halfway through. That doesn't feel quite right. He's too, like, credible. I feel like it's someone like that's Dan Orlovsky's first job.
I was thinking Josh McCown, which is just a more experienced Dan Orlovsky, actually.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah.
Who's already a failed white coach.
Oh, Josh McDaniels?
Josh McDaniels, that would be interesting, actually. We could see Bill Belichick go back to that.
Oh, Billy B. Urban Meyer?
Urban would be give Urban any team. I think once we do the expansion in Europe, Urban needs to have one of those teams.
Yeah. I need Urban on TV, but I kind of don't. I don't know, man.
No, we don't need him with a microphone. We hear the stuff we know about Urban Meyer behind the scenes is way funnier. I don't need to hear his voice ever again. I need people telling me stories about him. Like, he actually kicked his kicker. He actually left his wife with the grandchildren to go to the strip club. That's the funny stories
she's on Instagram Live. Yeah, so true. Okay, different game, but if you had to pick like 4 coaches to be over there, I feel like it's Urban Meyer in Europe. We're saying European expansion. Urban Meyer, John Gruden.
Gruden would be good.
Coach O.
They would be very confused. I would love that. Yeah.
Or is it like France thinks Coach O speaking French?
Maybe they understand it perfectly. Maybe. I was almost thinking, and Coach O fits into it, just the full, let's give them the college football Mount Rushmore. Like, let's throw Dabo over there.
Oh, nice.
Maybe
Saban.
Maybe Saban goes over there. Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe Chip Kelly comes back to being a head. Give him Brian Kelly. Fuck it. Why not?
You know who's actually going to be one of them? This is also, by the way, this guy. Throw this dude into the Jets conversation. Who's that motherfucker you hate from? He used to be in Arizona.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Kingsbury.
Oh, he's already
got a job coming.
And why are we always just turning a blind eye to Kingsbury? Everybody does it. Remember when he got fired from Arizona and he said, "I'm going to go to, was it the Philippines or something like that no, it was Thailand, even more sketchy, for months, and no one's going to hear from me." What illegal shit did he do over there? And we're like, oh, Kingsbury's back. He's refreshed. No, he's not. What the fuck did he do with minors over in the Philippines or Thailand?
Also,
we need to allegedly, but not allegedly.
Good save. But to keep it on the football field, I hate when we do this shit. The other way around, we're always like, let's give people the benefit of the doubt. That, you know, their roster just isn't there. It's what it is. We've seen 3 examples of him not being able to coach at the level we thought he could. He gets fucking Jaden Daniels for a season and a half, and we're like, we were all wrong about him, weren't we? He can coach an offense. It's like, do we know that? Do we know that?
I'm not even giving him season and a half. I've watched what he did against the Packers, and that was not try. So I'll give him last year. They did fine last year. What have they done this year? What have you done for me lately? And I don't want to hear a thing about injuries. You had Marcus Mariota. You can do more with Mariota.
Wait, you can do anything with Mariota. They take games off. Right. It's been a wild week, dude. We're kind of dipping our toe in the water. You mentioned all the injuries. It's been Brian Dable stopping concussion tents from going up.
That was wild. Him and Scatabo went in there as well. What
was Cam Scatabo doing there, dude?
If you're not a fan of Cam Scatabo at this point,
by the way,
he is incredible.
I do love the idea of Dable coming in. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you get backup, but not the backup you want. Like, Dabo's in there like, hey, I don't know if concussion protocol is warranted in this case. He's like articulating what I assume is like a very, good argument. And I assume Cam Scatabo was next to him going, that's right, concussions don't exist. Get him out of there. If you go in this tent, you never come out. Like, there's no way Cam Scatabo believes in science.
No, minutes after they showed the highlight film of Scatabo ramming his head against the wall. Literally, that's not even a joke. He was testing out his helmet. And that he's headbutting his teammates without the helmet. He is a football meathead to the highest
degree. Yet? They said fines were coming, but
I think they did fine him. I'm not sure. That would be more news today. I think they did fine him. I know the Brian Branch fight thing is taking over the headlines instead now. Which, by the way, why are we fining Brian Branch for hitting Juju Smith-Schuster? We all want to do that.
Well, I was going to ask you. I feel like we're the only show that could probably break this down, because I think everyone feels weird about it but can't articulate why, and it's just because they got the booking wrong. Like, you can't have the faces hit the heels. Everyone cheers.
Right. And then, Dan Campbell has to backtrack. And all of a sudden, Mahomes is the high road guy. He's like, we do our fighting between the whistles, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, it should have been the other way.
Yeah, it's like every time Dwayne Johnson's tried to be a face, be a dick,
right,
Rock.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, just like, that's what you are. Okay, Chiefs, like, you're the bad guys. I do think I'm bracing for a double turn. I think this is Bret Hart, Steve Austin. I think, we go into this matchup. Everyone loves the Lions. Everyone's in on the Chiefs, much like the double turn from WrestleMania 13. The turn's already started. People kind of like, I'm all over the Chiefs hate. And I think the Lions are starting to rub some people the wrong way. And I think we're there. I think suddenly now everyone's like, are the Lions dirty? Dude, Jared sent me this text message today. This is it. The double turn's working. Jared texted me this morning at 5 a.m. like a true farmer does. And he texted me, now that Branch swung at Juju, will the rest of the NFL realize that Joseph Branch and the rest of the Lions are dirty? Or is Amon-Ra still the golden boy? We're in, dude.
Amon-Ra is the most hateable person on that team to start.
That's what I wanted to say. I was like, I did say, no one's ever liked Amon-Ra.
No. Listen to 2 seconds of his podcast, and if you're not asleep, you'll hate him. That's what that is.
But I think there's an art. He had me until he said I'm on Raw. Right. There are golden boys on that team. He is not one. He's the opposite. What's right? Boy.
Yeah. There's pick anybody. Panay, David Montgomery, especially after 2 weeks ago.
100%. David Montgomery, and I think just Goff and Campbell in general. Like, there's a little golden boy there. Goff doesn't want to be a face. Goff wants to be a heel. Goff tried to smoke weed in California as much as he could.
Yeah, he wants to. He's just not. He wants to be tough. I mean, remember that interview? I think it was a Barstool interview with Blake Bortles trying to talk about grit.
Once a year. Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah.
So I think there's something there. But yeah, I mean, you're all over it. That is to kind of, this is as smooth a transition as you're going to get today into our big headlines. I think one of them is for sure the fight. And
right.
I think
it happened in prime time, so everyone's talking about it.
I'll be charitable and say, because this is for sure correct, and it's a fun way to get a couple in there. I would say like the big controversy, like rules controversy, fine controversy, and you can get Dable in there too. Like between Dable and the fight, I feel like those are the two big storylines.
Yeah. I had in this. It's kind of a double entendre for something I also believe, but I have birds are dead or birds are not real.
Birds are dead, by the way.
Birds are dead. I mean, that's also good. We need to see what the Falcons do tonight, but Eagles, not a contender all of a sudden.
Birds are dead. When's the last time you saw a bird? Like checking on them once in a while. I don't know.
But Eagles, Ravens, check the pulse. Like if you talk to their fans, fully done. Cardinals dead. And then we got the Falcons tonight. We'll see if the Falcons are dead. I mean, if you're a bird, it could be a bad day to be a bird.
Yeah. It's a bad day to be a bird. Great name of the podcast. I mean, that's good. You are really good at these like abstract observations. I haven't been thinking about the bird related teams' outcomes lately, but I mean, you're fully right.
You know my phobia on birds. I'm always keeping an eye on them.
Seahawks are part fish.
Oh,
I can only assume.
Right. Yeah. Seahawks don't really count.
They're not a real bird.
No one talks about the Seahawks. They don't exist as a team.
Which is weird because it's like they're my pick to win that division.
Sure, but they're neither contenders nor pretenders. They are themselves. It's Sam Darnold. And who? Jackson Smith-Njigba, best receiver in the league. And for why?
Gray Zabel begs to differ, dude. Give my boy some love.
Love Gray Zabel. One of the best, one of my probably my favorite player coming out of the draft. But again, does it matter?
Well,
have you seen them? Have you seen them play football? And if you have, what do you remember?
You are all over it. I agree with you completely. But I will say, in the year of our Lord 2025, I think I'm becoming addicted to shitty football. First off, at this point, you texted me. I got the only football related text I got from Zach all weekend was Panthers related. So we're in, okay? Big week for the Cats.
Well, let's be honest. Who are the most fun teams to watch right now? I think Panthers are there.
Fun. Yeah, for sure.
I think Giants are for sure there.
Giants are way up there, and Buccaneers are clear.
Buccaneers are, yeah. I think Buccaneers are actually good, but yes, Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield's so good he got Kevin Durant to send out a tweet from what I can only assume was a haze of distractions, let's say.
Did you see the post-game interview with Tez Johnson about the MVP chance?
No, I did not see that.
I think I have it right here. I think I did pull it because it was such a funny. Okay, yeah, I got it right here. Let's watch this. So he was one of the people who scored. He's a rookie. One of the people who scored a touchdown from Baker Mayfield. For people who don't know, haven't been paying super close attention, their receiving core is decimated. Mike Evans out. Chris Godwin out. Emeka Egbuka left the game out. They're starting running back Bucky Irving out. And Baker Mayfield is probably the front runner for MVP right now. He's playing the best he's ever played.
Him and Daniel Jones, correct. Yeah.
Not wrong. So Tez Johnson was interviewed after the game, and this is what he said.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. This is crazy. When I score and I hear MVP chant. I'm thinking they talking about me. So I asked Shep. I'm like, Shep, they was chanting MVP? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't do nothing this year. And then he was like, they talking about Baker, Tez. And I was like, well, that explains it. But he is.
Yeah, so fair enough. Good job, Tez. That was one of my favorite clips of the weekend, to be honest.
That is awesome. Because that's so funny and so real. Me! It's me. I am the MVP.
Yeah, this is crazy. I haven't even had a good year yet. They're already chanting MVP. They love me.
Dude, if he got up and started getting the crowd going, it would have been the best. Like he's like,
yeah,
let
the
me hear
Jamie Tart celebration.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam. That's all me, baby. That is crazy. I mean, I know we're zipping around, but you keep serving me up segues like that. Compare the highs of that post-game press conference versus the lows of what Tua got on after the game. I mean, what a week for post-game content.
Let's get into it. So for people watching, I'm not even sure if Jake knows this, but the title of the stream, Jake, is Tua Tagovailoa.
That's so good.
For those who've listened to me talking to a microphone for any point of time, know that I think Tua Tagovailoa is the spawn of Satan. I could dislike him with every ounce of my being. I hate him.
You've been out on him ever since O-linemen aren't athletes.
Yeah, he tried to throw a touchdown to an offensive lineman, and it was a bad throw. He's a bad player. He's a bad teammate. He's a bad leader. And Tua said the offensive lineman was trying to be athletic. Go fuck yourself, Tua. Like, you nearly snapped your spine in half falling. You had to go to learn Taekwondo to learn how to fall. And then
we don't talk about that enough.
We do not. That's a bearing the lead for sure. Bearing the lead Hall of Fame. Then Tua goes in training camp, I think 2 years ago, talks into a microphone like, Taron Armstead, my left tackle, the star left tackle, the only person blocking for me to keep me safe. I drove past him. His car was broken down. Yeah, he'll show up at some point. He's late. That's crazy. What a good leader, driving past his left tackle. And then he did the shit again. And then at training camp, again, this past year, goes to the microphone and says, show me the money to the people. Like, read the room, dude. You suck. You're terrible. You're a horrible leader. Let's just hear what he said into the microphone this weekend, though, because I also have this. And then I have an added context after this as well.
Well, I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
To be clear, you're saying some players were late or missed?
Late, yeah.
Okay. Lot to unpack there from Mr. Tua. So the old saying in football is if you have a player-only meeting, that's complete disaster. Your season's done. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody knows that at this point. So week 6.
They announced their first one in week 1.
Right. 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 This is the team I said was the worst in the NFL before the season started, by the way. Look at what's happened. It's gone downhill. Now he's having a player-only meeting. And then after the loss, he goes to the microphone and releases things that aren't public, saying that people aren't showing up and we're having player-only meetings. And it's because of leadership. Tua, the starting quarterback, the franchise quarterback, he is saying, I'm holding meetings and my teammates aren't showing up. They're not showing up. And I don't know whose fault it is, but it must be leadership. Who's the leader, Tua? And by the way, you just threw 3 picks. He's trying to point fingers around, immediately pointing them at himself. It's unbelievable. Now Mike McDaniel comes out today and is like, yeah, he can't be saying that after a loss. That's insane. Like, no one is on Tua's side. The internet is finally to the point where Zach Brunner is. Everybody hates Tua today.
Yeah, we're
it's
there.
one of the greatest things.
I hate that he's kind of not wrong. He's just he doesn't know he's talking about himself. Like, yeah,
No.
it's you, dude. Also, you nailed this. I just want to put it in context for people. He was asked a question. The question that he was answering there was, how does your team avoid a woe is me attitude?
Right.
And I think answered with a pretty woe is us attitude.
Yeah. Except for it's not his fault.
But to your point, no questions about off-field stuff at all.
No. He brought it up.
In fact, I'm paraphrasing. You can look up the exact question as it's asked, but it was getting at the fact of, like, to be honest, some things didn't go your way in this game. That's happened a few times this year where you're close. To take a question, it's like, you're close. What's going wrong? How do you keep a chin up? He goes, things are actually worse than you think they are.
My teammates are fucking up, and it can't be me.
You also can't have, if you know, how weekly players only meetings.
Right. Not good. Not good.
Those can't be repeated, right?
But yeah, so your team isn't really working out right now. Things aren't going your way. You're falling apart. What's wrong? Oh, we're having player only meetings. It's all my teammates' fault. It's not my fault. Now, Jake, there's more information that came out today from a former teammate of Tua. Let's take a look. So, in this tweet here, so this is from Deshaun Hamilton, a former teammate of him. Deshaun says, this dude, the starting quarterback, was late to the very first team meeting during my 3 seconds on the Dolphins, and everything was all cool in there during that. So, Tua calls out teammates for being late, says that's the reason the Dolphins are bad, couldn't possibly be him. And then former teammates like, hey, I was there for literally 2 seconds, and the only meeting I was there for, Tua didn't even show up on time. Does this surprise anybody?
No. It doesn't surprise me. I also think people don't like the Dolphins have zero leadership. Like, the fact that it's like, I heard someone try to claim today that it's like, well, they're also in a leadership vacuum because Tyreek Hill's not there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Beacon of leadership, Tyreek Hill wasn't in the room. We're falling apart. Like, what are we doing? How much do you have to pay Jason Taylor just to be at meetings?
No kidding. Yeah, the pillars of the team on offense for sure was Tua and Tyreek. What's going to get done if it's Tua and Tyreek? And now who is it? If it's not Tyreek, who's the next one to step up? Darren Waller? Has anyone seen his music video to Kelsey Plum? It's terrible.
Things have gone downhill since Mike Gesicki left the Dolphins, and I don't think we give him enough credit.
Not wrong. By the way, this is lower than Adam Gase Dolphins too.
This is really bad. Also, like, not probably an original take, but you want to know what's going wrong? Tua, you're 1-5, dude. You suck. Yeah. You're not like little fixes away from being a good football team.
No, and you're losing to bad football teams. It's not like you played a gauntlet.
And listen, people can think what they think about this. That was my statement at the time. I just think this adds context to where this is at. This is the mindset of a dude whose family begged him not to return to football.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, everyone at the time was like, oh, dude, he loves the game so much. He's not going to give it up. He's delusional, dude. He's absolutely off his rocker when it comes to football. He thinks
take his power of attorney away now.
It was all cute when it's like, yeah, dude, he thinks he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's fun. When Baker does it, it's fun. It's not fun when Tua does it.
I'm telling you, if I'm thinking about this as a sports economics thing, like I've always said, once that quarterback gets paid, once they get that contract, then we can start to judge them on the player they are. We should find the perfect intersection where what dollar amount is it like, oh, it's cute when you do something and okay, we're going to criticize you fully. Because Baker, I think, is still on the budget side.
Yeah.
So like he's got his contract, but it's on the budget side. Whereas Tua is obviously paid as one of the top quarterbacks. We're critical of him. Jordan Love is playing the exact same way as he did before. All of a sudden, we're more critical of him because he got paid. Things like that. Justin Herbert, oh, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, gets paid, oh, he can't win the big game. Like nothing changes except for the dollar amount. And it's an interesting thing that I think off season, maybe we do a little bit of research. I'll hit the books. We'll figure it out. I'll gauge the America, obviously, and we'll see what's going on. But we need to figure out our week 6 headlines. So I think the fight is on there.
I think we can combine fight / day ball.
Do you think the conversation is fines though? I think
I get what you're saying. I think the conversation is just people doing shit they shouldn't. And so I'm finding a way to combine them. But otherwise, I would say it's those two. But the fight for sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, depending on what the other one is, maybe we do combine it.
Well,
what would
the one that we haven't talked about yet that I think is, I don't know if it's storyline, but I'll throw it out there. I mean, Tennessee is the first team to fire their head coach.
Right. Yeah. Brian Callahan canned. Things coming out there, people not overly fond of him.
Yeah, how bad do things have to go that we're like, you're ruining Cam Ward's future? You're done.
Well, they fired him because they play Vrabel next week.
Yeah,
like it sound from an inside source specifically. That was the thing that the owner, co-owner, whatever, even actually mentioned.
They have a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
What's
you
that?
know who their interim coach should be?
Who?
Trod Mayo.
That should be, yeah, for sure.
And you got to tell me the players won't have some vinegar in them to be fired up.
That is true. They could go Jeff Saturday approach with Taylor Lewan, but I do like that as well. Get a little Gerard Mayo. He would be. I mean, he's gonna fight somebody if he goes there.
Oh, everybody,
as he should.
Yeah. Get the boys fired up. Otherwise, yeah, what former Taylor Lewan, that's the former Titan you're doing?
I just wanted someone connected to Vrabel as well. But
I like that. I like that. That's good.
There's got to be some good. What's Jake Locker doing?
Wonder if Eddie George is a head coach for college teams.
True. That's a little too experienced if we're going the Jeff Saturday route.
Sorry, my bad. Less experienced. Titans, Randy Moss, Titans legend.
True, yeah, most known. Did Terrell Owens play there at one point too? I can't remember.
Did he? That feels fake, but maybe
I'm not
you're
sure.
right. By the way, Baker makes $33 million a year. He's on a 3-year contract, so not at all paid what he's going to end up being paid.
True, still a lot, but yeah, not
100%. Yeah,
echelon.
One of the bigger thing is it's only a 3-year deal. Ooh, Delaney Walker's good. Yes. Vince Young feels the most
Vince Young would be
terrible.
Yes, that would be a fantastic one. He's got to be coaching high school football, don't you think?
I'll look it up right now, but he's got the vibe. He's definitely given some good pregame pep talks.
100%. He's the been there, done that guy. Brian Arakpo, maybe. He was on the defensive side for a little bit.
Brian Arakpo, yeah. Hainsworth.
Oh, Albert Hainsworth. Yeah, done. That's who it is. That's who it needs to be. How could it be anybody else? And you're telling me he wouldn't get the boys fired up to beat Vrabel? Or not a former player.
Yeah, Vince Young works for Texas.
Oh, sure. Consultant works for them.
Yeah.
He's on the payroll. We could what's his name? Now I can't think of his name. Former Titans coach that brought him to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Jeff Fisher?
Let's get Jeff Fisher back. Why not? He deserves it.
He does. God, fucking Jeff Fisher.
Love him.
Weird career. Yeah.
Because of the number of times he went 500 or one game above or below 500 for the last 5 or 6 years of his career. Like it tarnished his career. Like he's a good football coach and he was successful, but he just became the picture of mediocrity.
Also, by the way, if we don't do Hainsworth, I thought of the dude. I was like, why do I have no emotional attachment to any Titan? I was like, I just got nothing there. Wrong.
Right.
Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, Pac-Man would be great. Pac-Man would be very good.
Talk about
he would volunteer for sure. Yes. Yes. He would be fantastic. He would build a staff too. Like,
really good one. Pac-Man Jones' staff is actually like really. Pac-Man Jones' staff is like Hugh Jackson, and it's all the Cincinnati staff. It's Marvin Lewis, it's Hugh Jackman, it's Lovie Smith, Jeff Fisher's there.
Gross. We don't need.
By the way, that's the most mediocre staff of all time.
Yes, that's terrible.
That staff, by the way, but are they not going 500?
Oh yeah, they'll be competitive. They'll be in every game. Any staff with Hugh Jackson is the most mediocre staff of all time.
That is so true. Yeah, that's a fun game. Okay, hold on. We're going to workshop this in real time, and then we'll play it on a future show. There's a board game called Red Flags. Okay. Where the premise is, it's just like Apples to Apples. You have like date cards. You're building your ideal date, and there's all these features. Like, okay, she's tall. She's a model. She takes care of puppies on the weekend, all these nice things. And then your opponents get to play one red flag on all these people to be like, okay, she's all those great things, but also she's secretly a Russian spy, something on there, or, she shoots loogies on the sidewalk, different things or whatever. We do that. We build dream staffs for football, and then we each get to put one red flag on the team or staff. Like, you build your dream football staff, but Hugh Jackson coaches.
I mean, yeah, it's an instant like, oh, okay.
Down. Well, yeah, 100%.
Yep, that's -4 wins.
You get to design an offense, but Tua has to play quarterback. I get to pick one red flag just to dampen your ship.
Brandon Staley has to be there. We've seen that sink a franchise at this point.
Eddie Lacy's running the ball.
That would be fun. We should do something like that.
I'll work it out. I've got a lot of half good game ideas.
Yeah. I mean, we just got to get somebody else with half good game execution and put it together.
100%. I can't do it all.
No.
But do you do Titans and then the fight, or do you do the Daboll tent and everything Giants related? Because I do feel like we kind of skipped over that, but I mean, the Giants are actually electric right now.
The other big storyline just happened before the games, I think. And that's the Browns are already selling.
Oh, that's so true.
Like Joe Flacco is now Joe Ohio. He's the true Joe Ohio quarterback.
Yeah. Almost beat the Packers twice in a season.
Not a lot of people can say that except for, JJ McCarthy and Caleb Williams. And,
but on two different teams, kind of fun. But yeah, Joe Flacco, them already selling. That's so true.
Because they traded with the Jags this week as well.
Yeah. Swapping
starting cornerbacks, which was weird.
God, Myles Garrett's got to be pissed, right? Or does he not care? Is he just above it all?
He's dating Chloe Kim, so I think he's got to be good to go.
He's got
Winter Olympics coming up. Is everyone excited? Because I am. Love it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him, by the way, in a turtleneck.
Right, for sure. He's going to be the scariest person in, I think it's in Italy this year.
Yeah, that hat's going to have a fluff ball on it. I can already see it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, all I know is the fight is on there, but I agree.
Fight's on there.
Brian Callahan getting fired, like the Titans getting fired. I think the Browns selling or does Joe Flacco getting traded to the Bengals. Then you have Mike Tomlin also calling out the Browns general manager, being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like trading a starting quarterback within the division. You're an asshole, basically, which was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things, dude. What a week. Because we really skipped over. I mean, Baker just being the best is definitely in contention, but I don't think is quite it.
They finally got to do their first victory formation, Tampa Bay. It's always been a last-second score.
True. Hendrickson being weird in Cincinnati.
Packers continued their string of whenever the Packers play a team, either there's one of their best players gets hurt or they're hurt coming in. So again, this game, Hendrickson didn't play. Next game, Packers get to play the Cardinals without Marvin Harrison Jr. and probably Kyler Murray. So Packers continue to have a curse on their opponents.
Yeah. I kind of want the story to be the fight and then the Giants. Like everything with the Giants is kind of, I think the most compelling thing in NFL right now. Yeah.
How do we just say the Giants are here? Like what?
I think
what
the
is it?
Giants are intense, and you make a tent joke.
That's a good one. Okay, the
Thank
Giants are in 10.
And I did, as you typed that out, just some shout out. We've been getting some chatter in the chat. We love folks in the chat. Randy, do the Dolphins fire their coach? I mean, absolutely. Not if,
Eventually.
But when. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Colts might make the playoffs. I think you might be right, Randy.
I think Colts and Patriots are both in the playoffs.
Yeah, I had this thought today, which is like, I feel like I know the playoff teams. Like, no drama. I think I know them. Yeah.
Okay, let's list them. So we got 7 on each side.
Yeah.
So let me bring up just the standings
Not
right now.
necessarily division winners, but it's just like you're in. I think we can do it. The 14 who are in.
You want to do just the top 4, or do you want to do each 7? Because I think we're probably
the 14
right
that are in. I just didn't.
14. Sorry.
Yeah. I just didn't necessarily want to do like this team's going to win the division. This one's a wild card.
Sure.
But I think we can do 7 in each conference.
Okay, let's start with the AFC. So we got the Bills for sure.
Bills in. Patriots in.
Yep. Steelers in.
Steelers in.
Colts in.
Colts in.
Chiefs in.
Chiefs in. Chargers in.
Okay, one more. Is it the Broncos? Is it the Jaguars? Or is it the Ravens? It's between those 3.
I do think, is it silly? I think a second one's going to come out of the AFC South.
No. I would assume it's Jacksonville if it's any of them. I don't think it's going to be Houston, though.
Yeah, I guess because of those people, I mean, Broncos are the safer bet. Like gut reaction right now, it'd be like, yeah, duh, it's the Broncos. So
I agree. So NFC, Eagles, are you still declaring in?
Done. That's so funny. I mean, in, yeah, 100%. They're in.
Okay, so Eagles in, Packers in,
Packers in,
Lions in,
Bucks in, 6.
Seahawks in, Rams
are in.
And then we got one more. So is it going to be the Vikings, the Commanders, the Cowboys, or the Niners?
I think
Falcons.
I think it's going to be the Commanders, but or is it the Vikings? Is it exactly what we thought in the preseason?
Probably. Like, I think it's probably the Vikings. It depends on if, like, here's the thing. I know your answer to this, but I'm still going to ask it anyways. We're going to see JJ McCarthy next week, would be my guess, coming out of the bye.
If I'm being sincere, like, they should improve when he comes back. It's not me saying like what I think.
Are we going to see good JJ McCarthy, or is it going to be just unbelievably terrible like we saw before?
If you keep asking me these questions, I'm eventually going to get petty, because the answer I want to say to that is like,
well, maybe
we're going to see pigs fly. He doesn't exist. He's not good. But
so far.
Okay, you've got me there. If I go to work and I shit on my desk for 6 hours of my day in the last 2 hours, I'm awesome. I'm the best employee they've ever fucking had. That's not a good day at work. He had one really good quarter.
Tim Tebow did it. Ryan Fitzpatrick did it.
Tim Tebow did do it. The difference is Tim Tebow literally didn't play the first 3 quarters. They subbed him in.
They should do that. They should think about that.
Teams should do that. We said that with Tebow. They should do that now. It's silly to have, in a sport that is as violent as football, guys just play the whole time.
We don't give the Dolphins enough credit for doing that with Fitzpatrick and Tua.
They're the only team that ever figured out Tua and then unfigured it out.
Right. Yeah, they went back. We should pay this guy. You're right. Like, no one said that. No one said you had to do that.
We know who
they just paid Justin Herbert. We got to do it because we picked him over him.
Okay, actually, we've stumbled onto something. There's a few examples of this. You're going to help me think of more. But Tua and Fitzpatrick, great example. Tua plays 3 quarters, mediocre football. We got to hand it over to someone else to win the game. Tua gets paid.
Right.
Brock Osweiler and Kyle Orton play 3 quarters of good football, or bad football, excuse me. Hand the ball over to Tim Tebow. Kyle Orton gets paid. Like, now the flip is happening. And it's like JJ McCarthy. 1 great quarter at the end of the game. He's obviously the answer. He just played 3 quarters of football. Right.
Right.
I think Mac Jones is going to find a way to play himself out of a job. Like, I don't understand what's happening there.
Mac Jones is very fair. Anthony Richardson was on that path at one point, kind of.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Jameis.
Yes. Before it was cool, Matt Flynn.
True. Taysom Hill for everything Taysom Hill's ever done.
Yeah, it's really Taysom Hill's really good. Baker technically did it, but Baker made it out.
Yeah, he was the boy who lived.
Yeah. That's the funny. That's so good. But my sincere thing with the Vikings is they are built to run around McCarthy. I think he understands what they want to do scheme-wise better, and he doesn't have one throw a game. The thing that Wentz still does is Wentz makes a throw once every game that makes me think he's never seen a football game before.
Mm-hmm. Sure. He has one play. I assume he announces it in the huddle. It's like, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. You guys do whatever you want to.
He comes into the huddle with amnesia, like one play, and they're like, wait, where am I? And they're like, no, call timeout.
He ran to the huddle and said nothing. He just stared at everybody.
We're noticing a lot of funny things because is Carson Wentz the exact opposite of Joe Flacco at this point, who has one throw a game that convinces everyone he's the greatest man who's ever touched a football?
Joe Flacco had the lightest touchdown throw while moving his arm as hard as he could. I'm like, oh no, it's Joe over for Flacco. He looked the oldest he ever looked on that touchdown.
His one touchdown to Chase, everyone was like, I've never seen a throw like that. I'm like, neither's the defense. The speed didn't match what it looked like. He threw a changeup that shouldn't be possible in the game of football.
Once you play that long, you can do anything.
I guess it is truly unbelievable. So it would be silly to think that the Vikings would not improve. I think they're good now without him, and I think they should be as good when he returns, if not a little better.
Now, if the Bears beat the Commanders tonight,
that's a very good question. I think it for sure makes me think the Commanders are not the team I'm like betting on to make it out of that shuffle.
Sure.
I guess the team in there that I didn't give any time of day to that maybe isn't fair is like the Niners were 5-1 coming into this week. Or sorry, 4-1?
Yes.
4-1. And there's
enough.
But they're supposed to be having guys come back.
Not their two defensive captains, though.
That's true. You're correct. That's ridiculous. The injuries that are happening there are.
Yeah.
But we are, if this was a movie, if we're booking this like WWE, which we are, this is the point where John Lynch would put on a helmet.
And I would be all for that. That would be fantastic. Why do people, maybe I'm wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong. I think people somewhat feel bad for the 49ers right now, including me. But like the amount of injuries they're sustaining, it's like, Jesus, like when can they catch a break? This is insane. They've been built to go and they just keep having these injuries. On the flip side, everyone's like, fuck John Harbaugh. What's he doing? Everybody's hurt. This guy stinks. What's the difference between the two?
Listen, you're not wrong. Of like the 49ers made a great team 5 years ago, and they've been holding it together with paper mache ever since. Like this team is aging, and not just aging, but like, I guess injury prone is the word. And so when that happens, it should not be surprising. But I guess the part here's the deal. You're actually making a very good point because they are suffering injuries now for folks who I would say are not typically seen as their injury prone guys, like Fred. Right. I think I can call him that first name basis.
Yeah. Sure. Freddie.
However, that's, like when teams have I do this with the Twins mentioned, don't worry. But when teams have very injured rosters, I think fans get like, oh, one of the other guys got hurt. And it's like, yeah, that's what fucking happens, dude. Just because you have Christian McCaffrey doesn't make the rest of your team healthier.
Right. I What I'm thinking here is less about the Niners. It's more about the absolute hate everybody has for the Ravens and John Harbaugh. And I don't really understand it. Because they are in the exact same scenario. The games have just gone the exact opposite way for some reason, literally a coin flip. And everyone's saying that they hate what's going on there. Lamar is a pussy. John Harbaugh can't coach. Derrick Henry is washed. Goes on and on and on. And then the Niners, it's like, man, if they just catch a break, this team could go. Like, what's the difference? I don't see it.
I mean, that's fair. I guess my only thing with the Niners is I was trying to do the thing of like, they've ended up at a good record despite all of this shit. So I was like,
right.
Well, if they get Kittle and Purdy back, shouldn't that suggest some improvement? But you are correct with losing their two defensive captains. No, they've actually continued to get worse. So I guess that would be the thing is like, they're succeeding despite all this. So maybe that gives hope that anything added to it is a bonus. But listen, I'm just bringing them up because I didn't talk about them. I would still go either Vikings or Commanders above them.
Yeah. I'm not disputing like anything.
Yeah.
I'm just more talking about the public perception.
100%. Well, here's my thing is like, I think the public doesn't pay attention to the fucking NFC West. Like you talked about it with the Seahawks earlier. I think the division is so like we just throw up our hands. We know one fun fact of every team, and that's like where we leave it. Like we really follow the Rams. But other than that, it's like Kyler Murray, no one likes him, and he really likes his video games.
Arizona is, they could not exist and nothing would change.
100%.
No one knows anything.
Seattle, nothing. I think I've never seen a team, people get mad when Seattle wins games.
Yes, they do. They're playing spoiler from week on for week one on.
That's so true. They missed the playoffs by one game last year, and everyone's like, "Stop talking about Seattle." It's like they are statistically in contention.
Yeah, it was like that with Pete Carroll a little bit too. It's just Pete pushed them and Russ pushed them into some relevance at least.
I mean, you're so right. I've said this before, so we don't have to spend a long time on it. You can think, and I do, like, you don't have to be a Sam Darnold fan. I would not classify myself as a Sam Darnold fan. I've never seen a team go out and sign the quarterback everyone agreed was the most softly targeted guy in the offseason and get worse in people's, like, estimates. No one liked Geno when he was there. Geno left, and everyone was like, boy, that's a big step down for them. Sam Darnold. What? That's no one's ever said that. I'm just asking for people to repeat the things they're already saying.
Yeah, we need to have a scoreboard. We need to hold some people accountable for, especially this past off seasons, or even early season like talks. Like now, people are fully. I mean, this happens every year too, but they fully did a 180 on the Chiefs too. Like Chiefs were dead a couple of weeks ago, and now it's like, it's like this every year. They're a contender. They're just going to figure it out. Yeah, we know. We've been saying that since 5 years ago. Like, yeah, you're overreacting to them. Correct.
One also, my dad made this point this weekend. I think you haven't made this exact point, but getting into it. The NFL, if they were really going to change something, at the very least, fans, I think, need to change how we talk about it. The first 5 weeks of the NFL season as is preseason for folks. I mean, there is some terrible football happening. And that's my most optimistic take on the Packers is like, I think they have good players and they are improving. They're winning games. I don't really care how they're winning games right now or not losing games. Like the season's super long. But you can say that the Chiefs are the best example of that. I think they're going to be a fucking wagon by the end of the year. Like
they get their number one receiver back next week.
Yeah, okay. Like we're all good. The teams you think are good are good. Like they're just only going to get better. Like that's I guess the only 100%. The Eagles are another great example. I think honestly that's where I'm a little bit at. What's our knock on the Commanders besides Jaden just hasn't played the full year? Like they're going to be okay.
Well, McLaurin also hasn't played. I just don't think their offense is very good. But
yeah, I don't know if they stack up to some of the other studs, but I agree. The only thing with the Rams is you want to talk about the 49ers. Like I will be mad if the Rams stay healthy. Not because I'm rooting against them, but because that shouldn't happen. That's not fair.
I agree, but
you know what I'm saying?
Well, like, I mean, you're also saying that the week Puka just got hurt, but he's only out for a couple of weeks.
And that's a great example. Like, I hope Puka comes back. He's like leading the league in almost every stat for a receiver. So it's great. He's not the one I want to get hurt. Let me clarify. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but
good.
If Devontae,
you want Jimmy Garoppolo to get a little hurt.
How are they on the field? How are those players on the field?
How has Stafford gone from his arm could fall off before week 1 to we're not talking about it?
He's an Iron Man. I don't understand it.
Like he's not listed on the injury report. It's nothing. It didn't even happen.
If only Stafford's receivers were more healthy, that's what we're talking about now.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane. Funny. Like, so there are wild things happening in the NFL only because I won't let it slide off too easy. We talked about it briefly, but I won't let it go. If you are not yet on the Go Cats Carolina Panthers bandwagon, come aboard, folks. Rico Dowdle called out a whole other team. He made it the game of the week.
He did. He backed it up. Good for him. By
the way, NFL, WWE, take notes. You tell me that something matters, I listen.
100%.
It's the same way that every game's a rivalry game for Baker. Yeah.
True. It's like that's the reason why the London game sucked. You hyped it up, you started early, it's in a primetime slot, and then it doesn't perform. Okay, now I hate London a little bit worse. You're driving a wedge between America and everybody else.
Yeah, by the way,
yourself?
Sean Casey's going to show up in London dressed like one of those fucking guards or something. He's going to get way too into it, isn't he? He's going to have corgis on the sideline. I feel like he's going to like do something cornball as hell.
I'm interested to know who you think Sean Casey is. Isn't he a baseball player?
Wrong? Did I get the name wrong? Who's Sean Casey?
Sean Casey.
What's the name of the Jags coach?
Liam Cohen?
Who the fuck is Sean Casey? Oh, yeah.
Did he play for the Red Sox or something?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Same guy.
The Tigers. Yeah, I remember Sean Casey now. Yeah, he's nicknamed the Mayor.
That's right. Which... And Jacksonville is basically, Liam Cohen's gonna be the mayor of London if he wins over there. So fair enough.
Liam Cohen. Can I tell you something? I literally had the thought of like, you're not great at names, Jake. Should you double check this? And I was like, I fucking nailed this one. Pulled that out of my butt. Wrong. Liam Cohen.
It was so wrong that it's like I had no clue. You could have been talking about literally anybody.
Put it on the poll though. Doesn't he look like a Sean Casey?
Yeah, I agree. You're not wrong in terms of vibe. It's just.
How do you think people would do if the poll was just who coaches in Jacksonville? Liam Cohen or Sean Casey?
Yeah, it could be either way. Let's go to our final segment here. Usually we do the wheel, but the wheel's tired. We're not spinning the wheel this week. We got a segment from Luke Reimer. If you have other segments and ideas of things you want us to do, please let us know. But today, we are going to rank NFL divisions based on which cities are the best. And we have to go, let me move our cameras a little bit. We got to rank them as a whole. So it's not like ranking cities within the thing. So NFC North, we have to rank them collectively. So starting off, and obviously if you're listening to this, not watching it, go to the Flurry Sports YouTube channel. We got a map here and poorly drawn circles around the teams that I put there. Because I don't know, my mouse isn't very good. It is tough. I'm shaky. Have too much caffeine in my system. Okay. Is there any division to start that you think is clearly the worst? Because I talked to Luke about this. I think there's clearly a couple of good ones. There might be a clear worst one for me, but I'm interested to know your thoughts off the top.
Let me look around. I'm just double checking. Oh, okay. Well, life often imitates art. And I think much like real football, for the bottom, I am looking at the South divisions. Not saying what I like about this activity is every division has at least one banger where I'm like, I love that city a lot. Very fun. But looking at the AFC, I was originally looking at the NFC South because I think New Orleans and Atlanta have high highs and low lows.
Sure.
in terms of vibes and energy and the times I have spent there. But boy, I mean, Carolina, can't even tell you what fucking city it's in. And Tampa.
It's not Raleigh. It's Charlotte. I like Charlotte.
Oh, it's Charlotte. Oh, fuck, it is Charlotte. I
think Charlotte's
Charlotte.
Good.
Yeah, Tampa can only pull you down so far. Okay, so put that to the side.
Okay.
Indy, Houston, Jacksonville, and Nashville.
Nashville does a lot of heavy lifting there.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of tough, but I think that might be. Do you have another one you'd like to consider for the bottom?
I think NFC East stinks.
Oh,
I think Dallas is bad. Giants, I think we're not counting New York City. I don't think we can, right?
I'll be honest with the people. I may have been putting too much weight on the museums of cities because you said the NFC East, and I was like, what do you mean?
Smithsonian.
They have so many good museums. New York, Philly. This is a bomb ass. If this was ranking by museums,
they got
Dallas
Jerry World Museum in Dallas. Yeah.
The JFK Memorial. There's a lot of cool shit.
But Dallas as a city is dirty and gross.
Yeah.
East Rutherford, I literally don't know another thing about it other than it's pretend New York. Philadelphia, I think, is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like Philadelphia. And then DC stinks.
DC is a bad town to hang out in. It's just not like, it's not built for like nightlife or fun.
It's late, like the layout's bad, and then it's just the tourist capital of America because it's the American capital. So it's just a bunch of people who don't know where they are, what they're doing, and it's crowded.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the Smithsonian, dog.
Fair enough.
I do. New York and Philly are really carrying that for me, but I
don't think it's New York City though. I think it's East Rutherford. I don't think you can give. New York
really?
City.
So no one gets New York.
I mean, you got Buffalo. We're not doing states, so I think it's Buffalo.
Right? No one gets NYC. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think that's fair.
Well, if you take out, if we're saying it's East Rutherford, Dallas, yeah, that's for sure the worst one. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, at least. If that's not fair, let me know in the comments. But
yeah, by the way, if you live in these places and like it, shut up. We get it. Okay. I'm sure you can have a good time at all these places. We're just ranking for fun. Okay.
Yeah. We're a couple of guys from Wisconsin telling you what a good city is.
Yeah, so hang in there till the end when we say our division's the best, and we'll get back to it. Okay? Just
yeah, we'll debate it, but sure. That's what's going to happen.
By the way, I do think ours is closer to the bottom than the top, but we'll get there when we get there.
Really? I think we're clearly number one, but
I can't wait. Okay. That will be fun to talk about. I think for last, boy. Okay. Do me this: AFC South or NFC?
Should we rank 1 through 4 in each conference? Is that the easiest way to do it?
Yeah, and then compare. Okay, last in the AFC, I think, is the AFC South.
Probably Indy again. Nashville, I think, potentially could be the best city on here, but Indy,
I see what you're saying.
Not great. Jacksonville's terrible. Yeah, that's probably worse.
I think Jacksonville and Nashville offset each other, and then Indy and Houston don't do much. So, but I would say that
Indy sucks.
Yeah. Buffalo, Boston. Are we able to say Boston?
I think so. It's the same thing as saying Green Bay is Green Bay. Like it's technically not, but it is.
Gotcha. Buffalo, Boston,
Miami.
Miami's good. And who's the fucking fourth? Oh, East Rutherford, the Jets.
Right.
I think is pretty good. I really like Boston and I really like Miami.
Yeah, and I think Buffalo, it's kind of shitty, but it's not bad. It's just like hard. It's
the only thing I'll say is like two duds, kind of like East Rutherford and Buffalo aren't stellar compared to what we're going to get to in the other two. But let's see.
They don't move the needle, but if I'm going to make a case for Green Bay, I think Green Bay is very definitively better than Buffalo. But Buffalo's, I don't think it's bad. It just doesn't move the needle in either direction to me.
I like that because then comparing it to AFC.
However, Jake, Are you trying to say they're number 3, or what are you trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say, because they're
no shot.
Who do you think's number
Cleveland?
3?
We got Cincinnati. Yeah. We got Baltimore. You're gonna die, and then Pittsburgh is the one that's lifting up.
But I love the Wire. Does that make a difference?
I mean, a little.
Is it? I'm okay. I like this. I agree with you. You are removing bias as you talk about things from me, because I swear to fucking God, I was looking at it and going, I could visit the Reds. I could visit the Guardians. I could visit
Rock and Roll Hall of
baseball
Fame.
towns. They're really good. Yeah, all the museums they have. No, I agree. That was who I was comparing it to. I think, okay, first off, you and I agree. I mean, by default, I think we're in the same boat here. The AFC West fucking slaps.
Yeah, I like it. I think even potentially LA is the thing that brings it down.
I mean, slightly, but
yeah, sorry.
If LA is your worst, I mean, LA, Vegas, Denver, and KC
it's good.
Is wild. If I wanted to be an asshole, I'd say, well, it's the rich asshole side of KC. You know, it should really only count as Kansas, KC, which sucks.
Is Missouri the richer side?
We always do this. No, Missouri's the fun one, but the stadium is technically, I think, on the Kansas. It's on that side of the city.
It's on the Missouri side.
It is in the Missouri state, but it's in the bougie asshole side of the city, which isn't the Kansas side, but it's most of that side is in the Kansas side. That would be what I say. With love. Gotcha. I have a lot of.
I remember liking Kansas City, Kansas better than Kansas City, Missouri.
Well, you would be with the rich white people, and you'd fit right in. You'd have a great time. They all.
I'm mixed. We've been over that this weekend. But that's true.
Got a little Mongolian in you. A little hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Too much time at the grill. I love that. So let's put that up there, because I think they're the best in the AFC. I think second. Yeah.
I mean, there's only one left, right?
Well, we're still. AFC. I guess I'm still like. Yeah. Okay.
AFC East got me number 2. Miami and Boston.
Right. Miami and Boston. Okay, I'm with you. But the museums. Okay, fine. No, I'm there. Okay. I love me a cheesesteak. Okay. On the NFC side, who do you have as the worst?
NFC East. I think we decided that, right?
Yeah, I was still thinking about, but I agree. I really love New Orleans, so that's tough for me to put that lower than that.
Wait, I'm saying NFC East is lowest.
I know. I was thinking about NFC South is lowest. I was, but I agree with you. I think Tampa fucking sucks, and I keep forgetting Carolina's in Charlotte.
Charlotte's good.
Charlotte's good, but it's in Carolina. I know it's not the state. Okay, but I have to drive through it to get to it, presumably.
Potentially.
Okay, and then beyond that, it's the NFC West or NFC North. And the NFC South still in it. So
I would agree NFC South is next, though. I think they're probably third.
I really like New Orleans and Atlanta, but I don't know, man. New Orleans, Atlanta, and Charlotte are pretty good.
That's fair.
I'm looking at so it's Seattle.
I think Seattle's great.
San Francisco.
I think Phoenix is great. San Francisco, LA, I think take it or leave it for me.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up. Those are two different people who like that. God, okay, now that I'm looking at the NFC North, you're right, it is near the top. I think there's going to be some folks yelling at us about Detroit, to say it out loud.
Hey, right? I went there.
I knew it. You fucking love it. You're a mark for Detroit.
No, let me finish what I'm saying. All the gutters or the sewers were smoking, quite literally. However, the people were alarming. I was scared. I went to a liquor store.
That was not what I thought you were going to say. Okay.
In the poor town of town at like midnight. That was not good. But there's something about the city. And that's for sure the worst of the 4. Though.
Every place has scary parts. It's okay.
But it's none.
I know. I'm just saying, like, sometimes people do that with cities, and I'm like, yeah, dude, don't do the dumb things, and we'll be okay. Don't go to Wheeler midnight.
Absolutely don't. but I think Detroit's for sure the
Sorry,
worst.
I just heard Claire cackling because she heard me yell, "Don't go to Wheeler" as loud as I could.
That's a good note for everybody visiting
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at the worst in each division, Detroit's the worst in the NFC North for sure. Tampa's the worst
It's
in the
not
NFC
Green Bay,
South.
right? I know Green Bay is just a dinky town, but it's got the vibes. It's nice.
It's constantly voted the best place in America to live.
Sure.
It is, like, by the polls. I don't know how realistic or how good those polls are, but it's true. So,
But for visiting, which I think is the thing, right? Or is it living in these places?
Live.
Oh, well, then
no. What are we ranking, or what is
what
the
are we
poll that
ranking?
we're talking about?
Because you know what
I
I'm
guess we
saying. I
didn't
think it's fair
define
to
that.
say that Green Bay is not as fun to visit as Detroit.
Well, we can do visit. We can do visit, but even still, I think Green Bay offers something different than all of the other cities.
Oh, for sure. And like the charming part of Green Bay is the Packers. And
Right. I think
great museum.
like Detroit, Buffalo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, you close your eyes, I spin you around in a circle, you don't know which city you're in. They're all the same.
I would
Green
go
Bay is different, so I think it's a good city to visit.
NFC South is third. So
Yes,
I think
I agree.
I'll relent there. So then we would do NFC West second, NFC North first.
That's what I would argue, yes.
I think that's a toss-up for me because I actually think that's a pretty good comparison because I actually think the argument for the NFC West would be I think their peaks are higher. I love Chicago and Minneapolis, but I think Seattle and Phoenix are rad.
Sure.
So not much higher. And maybe that to me is like, maybe I'm biased there because visiting Minneapolis and Chicago are like things I've done my whole life. So
that's true.
So they don't feel like much like vacation spots to me.
I hate Chicago, but a lot of people like it. So Chicago for me is what brings down our division.
And I think there's definitely an argument for that. And again, I think that gets different if it's visit or live there. But
true.
I do the thing with Chicago that you're doing for Detroit. I just had a lovely visit to Chicago like 2 months ago.
I've never heard anybody say that.
I had a great time. Me and Portillo's really went at it. I had I had like 5 things on the menu. I went to Savannah Bananas game.
Oh, okay.
It got rained out, but then we went to Portillo's.
So did they just not do anything?
No, I guess we haven't talked about this. They do a full thing. They do not give you a refund. They do a rain show. They don't play, but they like their cheerleaders are still out there. They still have the band. They were doing games, different things.
Cheerleaders are still out there to just get
and the cheerleaders are guys who look like us. They're the man-nanas. They're the dad bod cheer squad.
Interesting. Okay.
And listen, folks, this was funny. The 5th person who did it, I thought I was going to smack somebody. 5 people came up to me and said, "You should be part of the cheer squad."
Yeah, fuck off. I get it.
Yeah, I'm a big motherfucker, okay? Leave me alone. They were introducing, the one dude did it during the intros, which made it worse because they introduced the one guy in the cheer squad, which is funny. They were like, "Jerry weighs in at 450 cheese curds." And everyone laughed, and one dude turned around and went, "That's like you, dude." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Okay?
What a douchebag.
I'm like, yeah, I'd kill it. I know I would. Am I thinking about it right now? Absolutely. But, leave me alone. But anyway, they did it. I'm happy that they do a show during the rain. That's obviously a thing in baseball that stinks is you go and you don't get a show. This particular game, like Zach, I swear to God, I'm like, I don't know, this is like real life. I'm going to watch someone doing a bit at a Savannah Bananas game and get struck by lightning. Like, it's like a real lightning storm. Rain is coming in sideways. Like, we're like, do we want to go to Portillo's? Like, yeah. Also a sold out crowd under the bleachers of a stadium. I was like, wow, this is not fun.
No, that sounds terrible.
Well, we left. We went and got food. Nothing you can do about the weather. But so anyway, we were there. And I was with people I enjoy. So I'm sure that was most of it. But I had a good time in Chicago. I'm 1 for 1 on the Shed Aquarium.
Shed Aquarium's great.
Thank you. I know you love an aquarium. Got you back
Yep.
in. Name a
That's a good
city
one, too.
in the NFC West who has a better aquarium. Oh, wait.
I can't do it.
Boom. I think we've decided.
I think we've just figured it out. NFC North. What a shocker. Wow. Number one. Dare I
We're
say
the
best
biggest
in the
homers.
entire league.
Yeah, we suck. Have we done one of these where we haven't had an NFC North team like at the top?
My favorite thing was we did the ranking show. We had to rank best states, and I was like, Wisconsin top tier, obviously. Like you don't even need to even talk about it.
Bias isn't real
okay.
if you just lead into it.
I'm sorry. I'm an objective, smart person. I rank things as I see them. So AFC, we have the AFC West as number one.
Which
number
I
two,
will say, to throw a bone, if we were ranking across the board, that'd be my number one conference, would be the AFC
It's a very
West.
good one.
Yeah.
Number two is the AFC East, correct?
Yeah.
With Buffalo, Miami. Number three is
AFC
the AFC North, which I think you could argue for last. Tough. But it's a fun one. AFC North, and then last,
Pittsburgh's carrying a lot of water.
They are. AFC South is last. Some would say Nashville's good enough to beat out all four of those AFC North ones, but we already locked it in, so it is what it is. NFC, obviously the North is number one. North wins every ranking, every role, war, every role, whatever. Number two, we got NFC West. Number three, we have NFC South, and then number four, NFC East, obviously.
I think you could almost make the same argument about some of those NFC South teams, but
sure.
For sure. I think we've landed on a good ranking.
We did it again.
We did it again. It's speaking of Flurry Sports, I think it's only right we end on this question that came in from Randy. All right.
Okay.
Who has the better 40 time? Trevor or Luke?
That's interesting. Maybe I'll have them actually argue it out, but we should give our picks first.
Well, I think my first question is Luke's head up or down? Because if it's long snap
run, I thought too. If he's if his head's down, if he's leading, if he's targeting, he's gonna be tough to beat for sure.
40-yard dash. My actual guess would be Trevor, I think.
Luke's been on a coffee kick, though. He's got the energy right now.
That was my kind of thought, is like, if the game is one of these two is eventually going to catch the other, I think Luke is he's always behind Trevor, you know?
I don't know why. In my mind, it's like one of those races where it's like, they do it like at stadiums or whatever. It's like fast and it's like slow. Like it's not a straight race. They're going to catch up to each other and overtake each other the entire way. It's not going to be like a normal 40-yard dash
where they run.
We're talking 30,
times.
40 seconds.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's so true. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I also think it's one of those things where it's like, I think Luke will look faster.
For sure. A lot of wasted movement.
A lot of wasted movement. You've never seen higher knees.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Which is like, by the way, is me too. Like, I look for a big dude. I've been told I look good on the run. This is a real quote from a high school coach, Coach Tron. Shout out. I'm sure he's listening. He straight up told me one time, when I looked up, I thought that was going to be a 7-second 40. And then I realized I was still recording your time. He's like, you looked really good. He had time to look at me, appreciate it, then look back down at the stopwatch. He's like, wow, it's the fastest 12-second 40 I've ever seen. I was like, well, thanks, motherfucker.
Effort was there.
Effort was there. I get my arms pumping, dude. I run straight up and down.
Perfect form. Form was never the issue.
Really good form. I was taught it, you know? The form's there.
If you're taught something, never going to go away. It's locked in for sure.
I'm doing it right, just as slow as possible. It's the fundamentals. But yeah, Luke's going to look faster. I think Trevor might just be faster, but
that might be fair. I'm excited. I think we need to measure it. If we need, if we can get to 12,000 subscribers here.
Yes.
Are we past 12,000? I don't even remember.
I think we are.
This is a bad content creator for me. We are at Jesus, we're at 17,000.
Dude.
If we go to
20,000.
18,000.
Oh, 18.
20,000. Fuck. I'll race it. Bear crawl. If we get to, which haven't bear crawled since high school football, that don't want to do that again. 18,000. We will set up a full event. And if we're not competing, at least Jake and I are going to be on the mic. We're going to commentate all of the, Winter Olympics are coming up. I think we need to set up a full Flurry Sports bobsled team. If not now, then when?
Yeah.
Curling, we got it. Curling,
feel the rhyme.
Good luck beating me in curling. That's all I'll say.
About
effort and form look good. My form and effort for curling will look perfect. Execution, who the hell knows? But whether I'm sweeping and screaming at the top of my lungs, or if I'm just holding that follow through, sliding the stone, it's going to look good.
Is there like a I think I'm onto something. First off, I don't want to let this joke slip away. I do think there's a chance Trevor runs shoulders first. Like this. Coming at you. I think there's a chance that's Trevor's form. I can't rule it out, Like he's really fast, but none of us can take him serious because it's like, why don't you move your arms, Trevor?
What happened there?
So we'll see. By the way, I do want them to hear all these jokes because if we ever get this race, I want them to be really conscious about their form. I want them to be thinking about it. So that's good. Do you think they could coach me if I said, "Hey, U.S. skeleton team, the fucking sled where it's one dude"?
Yeah, head first.
You just got to get one run out of me. I won't break. You keep me in the sled. Theoretically, would I you just get me down the hill? Am I going faster? Is that how science works? You just got to I'll be terrible 20 times. You get one run out of me, 1 out of 100. I win a gold medal.
Well, why wouldn't Nigeria do that? Let's find the densest person. Let's just send them one. You got one run, life on the line. Try not to fall off the track. But if you make it, it could be.
I was trying to think
we'll
of
make
who
movies.
Densest person was, and I was like, Payne Hillis.
Payne Hillis is a pretty dense man.
Oh, Cam Scattaboo.
Cam Scattaboo for sure. If you told me Scattaboo's running at 300 pounds, I would not blink.
Is there a different athlete you would pick to he has to do every Olympic sport? I feel like Cam Scattaboo could do every one of them.
He should be on our flag football team.
Hold on,
what
Domino's
a great representation. Domino's call you put on speaker. Okay, he muted himself to talk to Domino's of all people. Are you back?
I did tell you that was coming. I knew it was going to be funny. It was a little bit. Yeah, I got it for an event. Yeah. They're on the way. Got to let them know.
Fantastic. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
Right on time too. 6:45.
They're always on time. The tracker, they make a big deal out of it, but boy, is that a delightful little invention. Okay, so anything
else? The pizza tracker, or that car they made that self-delivers? Do you remember that? They had a little pizza drone.
Yeah, they need to perfect that, but I do think they need to bring that back. Anything else before we get out of here?
60 seconds on baseball.
60 seconds on baseball, sure. Let me get the clock up. Only thing I know is the Brewers barely won. Okay, got 60 seconds. Oop, that's 59 minutes. We're not doing that. 1 minute and go.
The Toronto Blue Jays advanced past the Detroit Tigers. They made it out in 5 games, full series. Now they are going to face the winner of the Mariners series. That game 1 already happened. The Mariners are up 1-0. The Brewers are facing the Dodgers. The Dodgers beat the Phillies on a play where a guy just totally forgot how many outs there were. Brewers beat the Cubs in 5. And the only thing you need to know from game 1 of Mariners Blue Jays, Zach, is a guy missed a play because he had a piece of paper in his mouth. Time. I know you want to ask me a follow-up. Yeah, I know you do. They got those little charts that tell outfielders where to stand. So every time a guy comes
up. They need to have a chart for that?
Well, it's like reminders of all right, Bruner's up. What's his metrics? Okay, I should stand here. I'm looking at it, whatever. Well, this dude didn't read fast enough. I don't know. Suddenly there's a grounder to him. They cut to him, Zach. It's like me when suddenly I have to like do something. He's got his paper in his mouth, trying to field the ball. He looks down, can't see it because the paper's in the way, bounces off of him, runs. But Mariners won anyway. But take a look at that. I was like, this is why John Boy has 2 billion followers or whatever, because I can't wait for this breakdown. Tell me why he had a piece of paper in his mouth.
They need to have little paper reminders.
Well, I think it's dumb and they should get out of it. But yes, it's their scouting.
Could you imagine Peyton Manning is at the line of scrimmage and he pulls out a notebook?
First off, motherfucker, they do. It's on their wrist.
That's just a play call. That's not a reminder. Oh, Ed Reed is there.
That's what it
is.
Okay,
if Ed Reed has his hand on the ground, let's take a look at the notes I jotted down.
So that was what I was going to say is actually if he just had a wrist thing on, it would have been cool.
Yeah, make it look cool at least, but they're not athletes.
No, because can you imagine? This is a real story that happened to my sister, your cousin, Emily Osman, is in high school, famously. She's pretty good at softball. The most important game of her life, the bases loaded, 2 outs to get to sectional finals. They called the play off a wristband. And imagine, this is what I want people to imagine. Imagine if instead of a wristband, my sister had just a piece of paper that she then put in her mouth so that she could hit. She has to look at it a couple times. They called a number. Emily called for time. She's a thinker. She was like, all right, call that play again. Emily, by the way, good power hitter in high school. They call the play again. She folds up her wristband. Aye, coach. Goes up, squeezes a butt. They called the wrong number. Squared up. But imagine if instead she's looking at like a map. That's what I'm imagining. She folds it up, goes, aye, coach. Puts it up, puts it in her mouth. But down we go. And want to talk about the best running form I've ever seen? I swear to God, no one's ever run more vertical in her life. She's trying to get in the way of the throw. She's running straight up and down, arms pumping vertically to get in the way.
I will say, in her worst moments, and I hope she's listening, she has the best form running of all time because aside from the softball, when she wiped out a Menards, she was very upright. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.